So it's been fun, some music for this program. You might know that this basic combination of two high voices and one low voice is a basic trio sonata combination of the Baroque era. When people, especially the first piece you're going to hear, Vivaldi, people generally, since they didn't have television and recordings, they actually played music for entertainment. And this sort of piece that we're playing now, it was intended for that, for sort of casual enjoyment. And whoever is available to play could play it. So you might have two flutes or two violins, or maybe you threw together a flute and a violin, or an oboe and a flute. It didn't really matter. And then we have our blossom continuum, who could also be a cello as well as a bassoon. Vivaldi, you probably are very familiar with Vivaldi. He wrote the Four Seasons, which was a very popular piece. He was a virtuoso violinist. He was also known as the Red Priest because he had red hair. And he also worked for more than almost 40 years at a home for orphans. And so much of his music that he wrote was performed by all-girl ensembles. But we are not. So this is a three-movement work, very typical of the period, a fast and a slow and a fast movement. In fact, the poor dad is not used to putting out double reed players all the time. Because we have to swab, and we have to soak our reed. And I don't know if you're familiar with the double reed instruments, the oboe being the highest voice and bassoon being one of the lower voices, but our fate rests on this little double reed. It's two very thin pieces of cane. Probably the thinnest part of my reed is thin as a piece of hair. And we have to make these by hand, and they change with the weather, which is why sometimes we're in a very good mood because they work well, and sometimes we're in a very bad mood because it doesn't work. So our next piece is by the famous composer Bach. This particular air we're playing is very famous. Actually, it's a violin movement from Suite Number 3 in D major, and I wanted to be able to just tell you. I know you're so familiar with Bach, but he had 20 children, and he had several of the children were famous composers in their own right. There was C.P.E. Bach, Carl Philipp Emanuel. There was J.C. Bach, and of course, with so many family art have been traced to the times now that our descendants in Germany, and the most famous of them being P.D. Bach. I had to say that because that's make Dennis laugh. wonderful pianist, and he was mostly known for his piano compositions, but many of those compositions were transcribed into other instruments, like violin. And he did write some orchestral pieces. This tango is from the sixth movement piano work, and his music very much featured the folk melodies and character of Spain. Well, I probably don't have to say much about the next composer. Haydn was really a giant in the classical music era and was known really as the father of the symphony form as we know it today. Yeah, so he wrote 106 symphonies and a huge body of chamber work. And he was probably one of the last of a generation where musicians were court musicians, and he was employed by a prince. He was Austrian, and Prince Esterhazy worked for him for 30 years. And when the prince died, Haydn was released from service, and so he journeyed to London several times after that, and some of his most famous symphonies were written on those London trips. The Surprise Symphony and certainly the famous London symphonies. And we actually have a London trio, which was originally written for 2 flutes and bassoon. So we hope you enjoy it. It's an allegro, an andante, and a vivace, so 3 movements.